Hello everybody and welcome back to another edition of MROC News! Yeah, I don't know how many times I'm going to be able to keep that up. This is the fourth time I've recorded that particular bit and it's going to ruin my throat. But today we're going to be talking about some news for the game and as well the Temple of Vishanti, which is glimmering and ruining everything with this video. Whoa. It's not. I like this particular house. This is my house. And my house, it's a weird thing to say. My faction, my clan, my home, my everything. Mwah. Also, just before going anywhere, just to let you know that this video is being very kindly sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Today's video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is a turn-based RPG with over 10 million downloads in just 6 months. The game incorporates champion collections, strategy and console level graphics impressively, and you can download this game for free by using the link in the description down below. Thanks again to Raid Shadow Legends for sponsoring this video. Obviously it helps towards me doing this full time that I can have the supporting and backing from a sponsor, and as well you as a community for going and clicking on the links. So thank you very much one and all for the support on this particular venture. But now let's get into the news. So one of the biggest things to come out of the last 2 weeks is the special 5th anniversary, well, I don't know if this was trailer or this was link-in or tie-in to the Kabam universe of Marvel, which essentially is the link from Marvel Contest of Champions to Marvel Realm of Champions, which definitely showcases aspects that we've already known from the previous trailer of the announcement at New York Comic Con. The trailer utilizes old footage which we know with a new topic that we don't know. We know about the Watcher and where he plays out with both types of, well, realms or universes, but the fact is the Watcher actually has more of a key aspect, giving the choice to the summoner itself whether or not to join and go into the Marvel Realm of Champions. As well, the bigger picture to all of this is that Galactus will play some part to both universes when they link up in the coming year. Unfortunately, this trailer was met with a lot of criticism for those that play Marvel Contest of Champions, seeing it as a promotion for Marvel Realm of Champions. So take that as you would like, but the fact is it does show this universe which Kabam and as well the creative director wants to really get that home to people, and the story aspect being too much of a key aspect early on to what they want to put out in Marvel Realm of Champions, which we're going to talk about in a moment. And speaking of which, information is now being given out for the Ancient One and as well the Temple of Vishanti. One thing that does really interest me is the wand and whether or not this will be a gearable item, like a weapon you can have, which is a wand. And as well what powers this could possess. Even though it's meant to be Stephen Strange's or the Ancient One's, will you as a player get to use it? Also, for those that are in the catchment areas, you'll be able to request a piece of gear, which is this Temple of Vishanti house pin right here. Also, if you go to the Twitter page for Marvel Realm of Champions, and I think this must be on the Facebook page as well, you'll get an idea of what gearing system is available from the look of the Battle Mage and as well the Sorcerer Supreme. And you can get an idea from the type of items, especially on the Battle Mage, the extent of what you can see. There could be stuff that those books, which I would assume to be something like tomes, would be used for the, well, I'd say healing, spell casting of certain types of champions or characters that you're going to see in the game. Also, for those interested, there is a video that's been put out by Gabe and the team that talks about what these sorcerers or the battle mages or these characters from the Temple of Vishanti will do, and also have certain types of traits that are going to be helpful. Whether or not they're healing or spell casting, they give that benefit, that bonus to your team. And this is why I'm really excited, especially if we're doing like AoE, which is something that Gabe does say in this video, link in the description. It is a real big eye-opener to what we're likely to see from this particular house and the characters that will reside in it, and also what you get to use. Now that's all well and good, but let's face it, there's a further 6 more houses that are still yet to be put any kind of information about. And it does lead to the point where players want to see, or potential players want to see gameplay, and they're really not interested with these whole kind of like story bits to it. Now on this matter, Gabe has said that when the game is ready, you'll likely see more of it. But when the game is not ready, you're not going to see much. So all this kind of creative story aspect of things is fine, but players really want to see that gameplay. And if you look at other games that have recently been released, they're going for a different approach. Obviously, and just to kind of mention another game, which is Marvel Super War, which is an MOBA game, the fact is they've decided to release gameplay and it's just very much getting involved with it rather than going too much deep into the story or creating their own kind of story-like universe. Unfortunately, the big problem with this game is they said that it was going to be released on the 19th of December. Unfortunately, left it only open for certain territories, so they messed up there. But when it comes to Marvel Realm of Champions, I think a lot of us are kind of going, right, we've seen this at New York Comic Con. Are we going to see this announced or anything in the early part of 2020? And still it's a case of like, nobody knows. But for the time being, I'm still interested when they do this and they kind of like showcase things like customizable sets. So you get an idea of what you could put in there. It doesn't really give information about like what powers they might have. And we've talked about the customizable sets as well in the past, which I'll put another link to in the description down below. Yeah, and just to showcase, these are the other customizable sets as we said and as we discussed in a previous video, just for you to kind of get an idea. Because it's been like nearly a month since that video, so it just gives you an idea of what they look like. There we go, that has been your MROC news, kind of monthly update. More news to follow, I can imagine, in the next few months. So check out some MROC news and MROC related stuff here. Some other stuff here that's from the channel, and I'll see you whenever there's something new about the game. Thanks, and goodbye for now.